It's your boy Wolfie. Welcome to the first episode of my tactics series for FIFA 20, man. This is long overdue. I was supposed to do this for FIFA 19. I didn't get around to doing it. I asked you guys in the summer if you wanted me to do something like this for FIFA 20, and you guys said yes. So I'm bringing it to you guys. I want to do it. I am very much into systems, tactics, all of that stuff, high blocks, low blocks, medium blocks, all of that stuff, transitions, everything to do with tactics has kind of intrigued me over the last couple of months. So for me, this is going to be something that I'm really going to enjoy making, and we're just going to be going through different teams across the world, looking at the manager, their formation, how it can transition over to FIFA. I might even do my own interpretation of different tactics that I feel like are just not working, and we'll go from there. And if you guys do go on to use anything that I've shown you in any videos moving forward, including this one, then leave it in the comment section down below, man. We'll get to chatting, you feel me? But if you're gonna enjoy today's episode, make sure you do leave a like on the video and subscribe for more FIFA 20 content. So moving forward now, man, introduction out the way. Zidane, let me chat to you. Fraud. First of all, no, let me chat to you. Your system's not working. It's the most unbalanced tactic I have seen in a very long time. Real Madrid just look like a complete shell of their former self. If you told me that this Real Madrid was the Real Madrid that won back-to-back Champions League trophies, I would have said no way. They look completely out of shape. And I was watching Real Madrid in pre-season, and the amount of goals they conceded was absolutely ridiculous for a team that has arguably two of the best centre-backs in the entire world. It just didn't make sense to me. And I was thinking, what is going on? Like, how is this not working? And I was like, you know, it's pre-season, we'll let it slide. We get to the first couple of games of the season in La Liga, and most notably the recent Champions League game that they had against PSG, and my goodness, is Real Madrid's back four being absolutely it's like opening a window and just saying, hey, you good? Yeah, neighbours, you good? Yeah, cool. And I was just checking in. Alright, cool, bet. And shutting the window. That's literally what it's like for teams. They are just getting left open, and I just don't understand how Zidane is not trying to work on fixing these loopholes. Now, don't get me wrong, Real Madrid are not doing terribly. They're not in the relegation zone. They're not mid-table. They're actually sitting third in La Liga. And a lot of people are saying, oh, Zidane's going to get sacked. I mean, he lost one Champions League game against a very good side in PSG. And, you know, they're kind of getting the results in La Liga, but it's not confident results. Like, they're conceding a lot. And this is the reason why. So, Zidane, for whatever reason, has started to use a 4-4-2 formation. I don't know why, but he has. He also switches between a 4-3-3, so you can use a 4-2-2 or 4-3-3. Ideally, a 4-4-2 is supposed to give you a very stable, well, when it comes to transitioning anyway, it's supposed to allow you to have a lot of defensive cover, and you can use a lot of bodies going forward. You can use the two wingers, and you've got the two strikers up the top, and you can leave the two central midfielders where they are, and then you have a back six arguably, whereas, you know, the two wingers and the strikers go up top. There's a lot of ways you can utilize a 4-4-2. Donny's not utilizing it very well, and what he is doing is he's pushing up Hazard, he's pushing up Bell, and for whatever reason it's like he's kind of taken a bit of influence from Pep Guardiola, where he overloads the box, because now he's got Carvajal overlapping Bell and he's got Mendy overlapping Hazard. Hazard and Bell tend to cut in, which then gives you four attackers plus fullbacks overlapping. He also kind of at times uses a midfielder to go forward as well, which means you're left with a back three. You're left with a central midfielder and two centre backs. How? Anyway, so that is the kind of the summary of what this is. So when you set this up, you'll have to go with Mendy and Carvajal joining the attack and the run type on overlap. The centre backs, I've changed nothing. I've left the same. Cruz cuts the passing lanes, drops in between the defenders, because that's what he's supposed to do. Being left alone by himself, poor guy. It is Casemiro sometimes as well. We have sorry, we've left the interceptions on normal, and then we've got cover the wing because of course, well, got to change that to cover center. You couldn't even uncover the wing because of course Hazard just goes bombing forward and Mendy goes bombing forward, but then you're left just the middle just of the pitch is just exposed. Then you got Modric. I've left balanced defending, get forward, like I said, bodies go forward and cover the center, and then cover, as I said, is the same. We've got Bell and the wingers now. Basic defense support, cut inside, which then allows the overlap, as I mentioned, and then balance supported runs, balance crossing runs, and normal interceptions. And I believe it should be the same for Hazard. Yep, cut inside, balance, yep. So everything's the same there. Benzema, now this is the issue as well, which is happening. Obviously, this can kind of low-key turn to a 4-2-3-1 because Benzema does drop into that cam role, kind of plays like a false 9. But then what's been happening is Jovic has been dropping into that deep position as well, allowing Hazard and Bell to get forward sometimes. So I just left it as Bell dropping down as the false 9, and I've left everything pretty much the same, and I've left Jovic up the top there, but I put the runs on getting behind, so you can change that to whatever you feel fit, but you just leave Jovic up the top. So this is basically the 4-4-2 that Zidane has been rolling with. Like I said, if it's not working in real life, then chances are it's going to be a bit sticky on FIFA. But what will happen is, if you're very good with attacking football on FIFA, you will score a lot of goals. So if you're the type of person that doesn't really care about conceding goals, then this might be for you, because you will score a lot of goals. You'll have Mendy up the top, you have Carvajal up the top, you have Bell, Hazard up the top, plus Jovic up the top. And once Benzema gets forward, you have Benzema there, and you also have Modric lurking around the attacking area as well. So you'll literally have 7 options up top. It's just defensively you're gonna struggle. This is not meant to be used for Ultimate Team. Do not go into Ultimate Team using this, because you will get split open. Pause. This is just kind of for offline play, career mode, things like that. So if you're gonna use this, let me know, and let me know how it works. I've not used it personally, but this is what I've been studying and what I've looked at. Also the help of Tifo Football as well. They made a video on this. I was really interested in to see why it was failing so much, and it was perfectly explained. I have got game plan options as well. I've got a 4-4-2 ultra defensive and just a normal defensive. The roles that only change in this are the fullbacks. They don't go forward. I've left them to just stay where they are, or I'll show you now quickly. So go over to instructions. This is on ultra defensive. Stay back while attacking, stay back while attacking. Modric is still on balance. Cruz drops in between the defenders still, so you have a lot of defending options, defensive options, sorry. And then Hazard stays forward, Bell stays forward, Jovic is unbalanced, and Benzema still acts as that false 9. So really and truly, the only thing that changes is Mendy and Carvajal in this one. If we are finished with this one, we can go over to the defensive one here. Still a 4-4-2. Over to the instructions. Everything is pretty much balanced. It's all really left unbalanced. Nothing has been changed. Everything, as you can see, is left unbalanced. Even Cruz is now unbalanced. This is like a balanced 4-4-2, like as balanced can be. And then we go over to the 4-4-3. I said 4-4-3. 4-3-3. This is what he has been using now and again. Now, of course, Hazard is not going to be a central defensive midfielder. Ignore that. But what you will have to do is, if you do extra, you do extra game plans like I've done myself, in game you are going to have to make substitutions when it then turns to the 4-3-3, because you just haven't got anyone else that can play a central defensive midfield. What you can do, if you really desperately want to, is you can leave Modric in midfield. You can play Bell here as like a cam / midfielder kind of thing. Play Hazard on the right, or you can swap it between Hazard and Bell. It's up to you. Play Jovic on the left because he's just a bit quicker than Benzema, and then roll like this. But I would ideally make substitution. That's what I do personally, but it's completely up to you. So there's that one, which is the attacking one. So if we go over to the instructions, it's a balanced attacking situation. The only thing that's changed is Benzema. I've changed him to false 9. Benzema is just going to continuously be a false 9. Hazard cuts inside. Jovic is on that free roam. Because what tends to happen is Mendy tends to push up with this 4-3-3. And the left hand side, which is Jovic, tends to cut inside. But I've done that on the right hand side as well. But I've just given Jovic a free roam role. But you can change it to whatever you want to do, really. And then we go over to the last one, which is the ultra attacking, and it's pretty much the same as the balanced, the standard generic 4-4-2 that we've got, just with a 4-3-3 formation. The fullbacks go up, show fullbacks join the attack. Modric gets forward, Bell gets forward, Benzema stays as a false 9, Hazard gets forward and he cuts inside. Jovic stays forward and cuts inside as well. So it's just pretty much the same thing as the 4-4-2, just in a 4-3-3 formation. So that is pretty much Zidane's situation. Now for the just keeping it straight balanced, for the balanced tactic here, constant pressure, because they do press, which is why they get out of position so much as well. Width, they tend to defend quite narrowly, but you can leave that on whatever you want. Whatever suits your play on FIFA, I guess. Depth, they have a high line. Why they have a high line when they've got nobody's back? Completely mind-boggling, but this is what I mean. Why Zidane's tactic just completely Donny looked at it and said, yeah, balance, no. That's basically what happened. Possession play, for me personally, if I was going to be using this, I wouldn't keep it on possession. I'd probably go long ball, because the amount of bodies that are going forward, you want to hit them as fast as you can, really. Or you can leave it on balance. It's completely up to you, but we'll leave it on possession here. Width is just standard. Players in the box, there's going to be a lot of players going forward anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. Corners, I've left it on 3. Free kicks, I've left it on 3. And that is pretty much it. So this is my Zidane new era tactic for Real Madrid. Let me know if you're going to use it. Like I said, unbalanced at its finest. Like, it's a complete mess, and Zidane has to find some balance moving forward. Otherwise, they're going to get shredded in Europe. La Liga, it's going to be a hit and miss, you know, it will be. But let me know what you guys think about Zidane. Let me know what you think about Real Madrid right now. Let me know what you think about Zidane's tactics. I'm out of here. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Peace.